Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be doing an empties video for you, and it has been a while since I've done an empties video. The last one was in November, so I've accumulated quite a few things. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad that you found me and hope that you'll stick around to be a part of my little club by clicking the subscribe button. I'll leave a link down below right here. As I said, I have a lot of stuff and I will try to get through it as quickly as possible for you. But basically, if you don't know, an empties video is where I go ahead and I've collected all of the products that I've completely used up, and I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a mini review on each of them. So right off the bat, I've got some Bath & Body Works foaming hand soaps. One is a fall scent, which is Fall Lakeside Breeze, and a Halloween one, House of Horrors. This was Ghoulish Green Apple. You know I love the Bath & Body Works foaming hand soaps. Enjoyed both of these scents and will continue to use them up, I'm sure. Next is another item from Bath & Body Works, and that is a shower gel, and it is their Cucumber Melon Shower Gel, which is a scent that you can find in other shower gels, body products, but it's not quite the same as the Bath & Body Works one. And while I can't say that they originated it because I don't know that for a fact, I remember being around in the 90s, and when they brought back the 90s scents, this was one of them. I don't know if they'll be discontinuing it. I'm pretty sure they will, but I went through all of that and enjoyed using it. And next is a sunscreen. It's the Coppertone Clearly Sheer for Sunny Days sunscreen with broad spectrum SPF 30. I liked using this. I felt that it worked well. It was easy and quick to apply because it's a spray type, so I will probably pick up this sunscreen again when we get into the summer months and I'm needing more actual sunscreen. I also used up a couple of makeup remover wipes. I mainly use these to help get off any eye makeup that might not come off with my face wash, or anything that's just left behind after washing my face that I want to make sure that I get off before going to bed. And these are both from Neutrogena. The first is their Night Calming, and it says ultra soft nourishing cloths gently dissolves all traces of makeup, even waterproof mascara. And I remember enjoying these. I'm pretty sure I liked the scent of them. And then these ones are also Neutrogena. These ones instead say cleanse and remove makeup, even waterproof mascara, but then it says condition and soothe skin in one simple step. And I think I liked these ones, the nourishing one, or sorry, the hydrating ones, a little bit better than the night calming, just because I did find that they were much more hydrating, and so they felt really good to use. They had a good amount of moisture, and when I need more makeup removing wipes, I will be looking to pick these up. The next item was actually a body scrub from the Body Shop, and it is their coconut cream body scrub, and I felt like it worked pretty well with exfoliating. Of course, I love the smell because it's coconut smell, and I have a lot of scrubs right now, but if I'm ever looking to get a scrub again, I would definitely look into the Body Shop for their scrubs. Continuing with the Body Shop, I have one of their body butters, and it's their Shea body butter. This came in my advent calendar during the month of December. Used it up pretty quickly because it is one of their smaller size containers, but it kind of reinvigorated my love for the Body Shop body butters, and I had to pick some more up because it's really a nice lotion moisturizer to use in the winter time when you have dry skin and nothing else seems to work. This is a little bit thicker than lotions, but it's really nice and nourishing for your dry skin. So once I run out of the current body butters that I have, I'm sure I'll probably be picking up more. The next item is another body butter, but this is from Skin Fix, and it says for dry skin, and this came in one of my beauty boxes. I think it was a Walmart beauty box, but could be Target, I don't really remember. And while this was fairly good as body butters go in comparison to the Body Shop body butter. I felt like it was a lot harder to get it to absorb into my skin. It kind of left a lot of it behind, and I just didn't feel like it was really absorbing in very well. So I probably will not get this again just because I prefer other body butters over it. This was also in a Target box that I got, and this is from Olay, and it's their Luminous Dark Circle Correcting Hydra Swirl. And I really liked this as far as eye creams go. I can't say for certain that it helped with getting rid of dark circles, but I liked the way that it felt when I used it and liked it as an eye cream. Again, another sort of sample size. I have a lot of sample sizes in this Empties from things that I've used from my subscription boxes. But this is from Neutrogena, and this is their Hydra Burst Gel Cream for dry skin. And while it's a tiny sample, it's only 0.25 ounces. It did last me a while because you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way, I guess. And I actually have used this more recently because of these dry winter months, and I felt like it really did a good job of moisturizing my face at night. So while I have a lot of, again, face moisturizers right now, I would consider purchasing this in the future when I'm looking for a good dry skin facial moisturizer. Also, another that I just used up from a sample box is I pronounce it Laneige. I don't really know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but this is their Water Bank Moisture Cream for normal to dry skin. And I don't believe I've used this brand before, but I really did like this moisturizer. I would use it at night, and I really enjoyed using it. I felt like it made my skin really nice, and I would look into purchasing more products from this company in the future. I have another body scrub. This came in an Ipsy bag, and it's by Balanced Guru, and it's their Scrub Me Nice and Gritty Body Scrub. And this was a coffee scrub, and I liked it for exfoliating, but it wasn't like a lot of the scrubs that I've used where it's kind of almost mixed with a lotion and then has scrub in it. This kind of was more like, the best way I can describe it, actual coffee grounds that were made into a scrub. So I liked the smell, I liked the way that it worked. I just found it to be a bit messy because it kind of was harder to apply since it didn't have that bit of lotion added to it. So while I enjoyed using it while I had it, I probably would not get it again just because there are other scrubs that I prefer. Next is a product from Estee Lauder, and I haven't used too many Estee Lauder products because they're a little bit expensive for me, but after using this I can understand a little bit why they are, because, well, again, this is a small sample. It went a long way, and when it ran out, I wanted it to keep going. I was disappointed. I wanted to continue to be able to use it. And it is their Dark Spot Correcting Night Serum. And while I don't know much about that aspect of it as far as dark spot correcting, and I don't know that I have dark spots to correct, but as far as just a nighttime moisturizer, I really enjoyed using it, and maybe I'll be able to look into Estee Lauder products a little bit more in the future. This next item was, again, a sample that I got, and it's from Prescriptives, and it's their Super Line Preventer Extreme. This was a little bit more of a oil gel, and it says it helps defend skin against assault from environmental irritants, improving the look of lines and wrinkles and helping to prevent visible long-term damage. And I like the fact that it says it prevents long-term damage, and while I can't completely tell that it got rid of fine lines or anything like that, I think you would have to use it constantly for the rest of your life to really see those results. I did like it as a product and as I was using it, so it might be something that I'll look into a bit more in the future in terms of its claims and how well it really works. Next is another nighttime moisturizer, and this is from the Body Shop, and it's their Vitamin E Moisture Cream, and I use this on my face at night again. The reason I'm using all of these at night is because I have a daytime moisturizer that has SPF in it that I really like, so that's what I always use in the day, but I change up things that I use at night. And I liked this as a moisturizer. It was a good consistency. I felt like it moisturized well at night, and it's one that I would repurchase in the future if I need a nighttime moisturizer. Previously I talked about the makeup removing wipes, but occasionally I'll also use just a liquid makeup remover, and this is one that I had gotten, I believe, in a Birchbox a while back, and it's by Marcel, and it's an eye makeup remover for sensitive eyes. And it's similar, in my opinion, to the Neutrogena eye makeup remover, but I found this one to be a bit more oily feeling, which I didn't really like that about it. So I will not repurchase this one because I prefer the Neutrogena one over this one. Next up, let's get into some hair care items. The first is a sample that I got from Herbal Essences, and it's part of their Naked line, and it is a dry shampoo. And I really liked this dry shampoo as far as the smell. As far as how it worked, I felt like it worked pretty well. Sometimes it would leave a little bit of a white cast if I wasn't careful, but I've recently been trying other dry shampoos that I think I prefer a little bit better, but if I needed one in the future, I would get this one because I do think it works pretty well and I enjoy the scent. Along those lines, I had the Herbal Essences Naked Conditioner, and that's why I got the free sample of the dry shampoo. But the reason they call it Naked is because they're saying it contains no parabens. And it's white tea and mint extracts is the scent, and I liked the scent. It was kind of a light, fresh scent, and I liked this as a conditioner. Didn't do anything unbelievably amazing for my hair, but it worked well, didn't cause me any problems, and smelled good. I also used up a shampoo, which is pretty amazing for me because it takes me a very long time to use up shampoo, and this is the Matrix Biolage or Biolage, I don't know the correct way to pronounce it, and it's their Color Last shampoo, so it's for color treated hair. And I think that my hairdresser recommended this to me a while back, but I know my mom enjoys using the conditioner from this line, and so I thought this shampoo worked really well. I enjoyed using it. I'm currently using a different shampoo because that just is what I happen to have, but I would repurchase this shampoo in the future. Now, on to our last hair care item, which is from Harvey Prince, and this was again a Birchbox sample, and it is their sea salt spray, or sea salt hair mist. And I liked using this product. I basically use sea salt hair mists when I'm looking to curl my hair and it needs a little bit more grit, I guess you would say, to it, so that it's easier to work with. It's not slippery or anything like that, so I found the sea salt spray really helps with that, but also doesn't make it look greasy. And this one smelled really nice as well, so I'm currently using up another sea salt hairspray, but I would look into the Harvey Prince one in the future, depending how expensive it is, as possibly using that again. So now I have a sort of random empty because it didn't really fit in any other category, and this was a sample that I think came in a Target box, and it's the Colgate Optic White Express White Toothpaste, and they claim that you have whiter teeth in 3 days. And while I don't know about that claim, I did feel like this particular toothpaste made my teeth appear whiter over time than other whitening toothpastes that I've used. Next up is makeup, which is pretty exciting because I rarely ever have makeup empties. It takes me a very long time to go through makeup items, probably longer than shampoo, maybe not, I don't know, but it takes a while. So the first thing is, again, a sample that I got, and it is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. And Yes, some of these are small samples, which is part of the reason why I got through them a little bit quicker, but I did enjoy this setting spray. I don't know if because it's the sample package, the spray nozzle is a little bit different, but I wasn't crazy about the way that it misted. But as far as makeup setting sprays go, I liked it. I thought it worked well. I don't know if I'd be willing to pay the higher price for Urban Decay than, say, the drugstore makeup setting sprays, but maybe I'll look into that more in the future. But I did like it while I was using it. Sticking with the makeup setting spray theme, I used up a L'Oreal Infallible makeup setting spray. I already have another one because I happened to go out and buy one and then got one in a Target box. So this is still the one I'm currently using, but I did use this up. I do like the way that it works, and especially the way that it mists onto my face. While it doesn't have the greatest smell, I can get past that because it doesn't last very long other than when you're spraying it. So while I want to try out a few other setting sprays, this one is one that I enjoy and will continue using. The next item is a chapstick or a lip balm, and it's by the company Jersey Shore Sun Magongo, and it is in vanilla coconut, and I enjoyed using it very much. I used it down till I couldn't get any more because I liked it that much. I liked the way that it moisturized. I liked the way that it smelled, and while I don't know exactly where they sell this brand because I got it in a subscription box, I will be looking to get it if I can because I really enjoyed it as far as lip balms go. You'll notice a pattern that many of the items I have are from subscription boxes, and that is because I am not one to go out and buy a lot of makeup all the time because 1, it gets expensive, 2, I don't have the space for it, and 3, I try as best I can to use up what I've got before going out and buying a bunch of new stuff because I just don't want it to go to waste and I don't really need all that much stuff. But by getting subscription boxes, I do get a lot of stuff. I get a variety of items and I get to try out new things. So that's why a lot of the things that I have are from there. Next, I have a couple of primers. The first is the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Illuminate Primer, and this does have SPF 30 in it. You know how I feel about SPF and how I think it's important and like it in a lot of my products. And this was sort of a pinkish color, and I liked the way that it went on. Granted, this was probably the first primer that I've ever used. I was not a big primer person until I learned a bit more about it from YouTube and decided that I would try it out, and I did enjoy this one, but because I've fallen in love with another one, I don't know that I will repurchase this one, though it is drugstore and affordable, so if I was looking for a drugstore primer, I would consider getting this one. Let me now talk about the primer that I fell in love with. I have talked about this in a couple of favorites, so I won't spend too much time on it, but it is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and I just had this tiny little sample, and I squeezed as much as I could out of it, but no more will come out, so I'll have to look into getting the full size, because I just love the way that it feels when it goes on my skin. I feel like it makes my makeup look really great, and I would love to have the full size of this, but currently I have a few other primers that I received and I'm trying to use those up before I purchase a new one. The next item is a brow gel, and this is the L'Oreal Brow Gel, and I really liked this one. I liked the wand. I felt it was easy to apply. This is in the shade light to medium, and it may have been a little bit too light for me because occasionally I felt like it took on a bit of a reddish tint. So if I was to purchase this again, I might have to look into getting the medium color, but it's hard to say because that could be too dark. So maybe the L'Oreal one just doesn't have the right color selection for me. I don't know, but I did like it as far as brow gel formulas go and as far as application, and it is one that I would consider trying out in the future. Next is an eye shadow primer, and it is by NYX, and it is called Proof It, and it is a waterproof eyeshadow primer. And I actually have a second one of these because I accidentally ordered two when I ordered this, so I figured I would use them both up. Thankfully I liked them, but I think it makes my eye makeup stay on well. I definitely notice a difference from when I don't use this to when I do use it. The eye makeup stays on all day, and it's easy to apply. It has just this doe foot applicator. I put a little bit on my finger usually and then dab it on the eyelid. And I also like it because it's kind of a very pale tan neutral color, so it doesn't leave any color behind or show up in any way or anything like that. So while I would like to try out some other eyeshadow primers to see if I would prefer those, I definitely like the NYX Proof It and would consider using it in the future once the one I'm currently using runs out. And the final makeup item is a mascara, and while I may not have completely used up the entire product, mascaras you usually don't want to use for more than 3 months because of the fact that bacteria gets in there and they go bad, and putting it in your eye, you don't want to get eye infections or anything like that. So I usually try to cycle them out every 3 months. But this is the CoverGirl Supersizer, and I was skeptical about this at first. I actually wasn't sure if I was going to like it because I was hearing very mixed reviews on YouTube of people that really didn't like it and people that really liked it. But I said, well, I'll try it out, and over time I actually really liked and even loved it. And so it's got a plastic wand, and I think part of the skepticism is that the wand, there's nothing too exciting looking about it. It's just basically a straight wand. But if you learn the correct application technique, which I found, just a side note, this is in very black, but I found that if you kind of twist as you're applying it as opposed to just going straight on, that gives you a better effect. So this is a mascara that I would purchase in the future, but I have many mascaras to play with and try out thanks to my subscription boxes, so it would be a while before I was able to purchase this. The final two items I have are a couple of nail items. The first being a nail polish remover, and I think I got this at Walgreens or maybe Walmart. I can't remember, but I know it wasn't Target. It's the Studio 35 Beauty Nourishing Nail Polish Remover, and I don't know if it was the cotton pads that I was using at the time or if it was this remover, but it is not my favorite remover. I prefer the Target ones for some reason. I felt like they worked a little bit better, so I will probably continue to buy the Target ones and not buy this one because I didn't feel like it worked very well. The last thing is a base coat from Wet n Wild, and you'll see it looks like there's a bit left in here, but it was starting to get that sticky quality, so I just stopped using it. It works fine as base coats go. It's very inexpensive. The one drawback I found about it, and I did buy another bottle, so I'll have to see if it was just strictly to this bottle or if it happens with the new bottle, but the issue I had is that after a while, as you would remove the cap, you will see that the brush does not come with it. The cap comes off, but the actual brush gets stuck and detaches from the cap, and you cannot get it out very easily. So that is one drawback about this, but again, it's inexpensive and sometimes you get what you pay for. But hopefully that will not happen with the new one, but we shall see. So while I tried to make this video quick, it seems as though it still took a while, so I may have to cut it down a bit so it's not a half-hour video, but we will see how it goes in editing. But I hope that you have enjoyed this Empties and seeing all of the things that I used up over the last few months and seeing what I thought of them. And I may have to go less time in between Empties from now on, depending how many there are, so that the videos are not so long. But if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know that. And if you have any suggestions for future videos that you would like to see from me, please leave that in the comments down below. I like to change it up and do new and different videos, and if there's certain things that you're looking for, I can certainly try and do that for you. But I hope that you're having a wonderful week so far, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!